Hello, my dear beloved children. In continuation of my previous message, I want to tell you today about another external factor that influences people's consciousness and does not allow them to hear their soul. And we will talk about various esoteric teachings and schools, of which a great many have appeared recently. But it is precisely these that are of interest to pure and bright souls who dream of living a spiritual, not a material life. We have already talked a lot with you about the fact that, sensing the modern conjuncture, reptilians and others like them have literally filled the esoteric space on your planet. They led many esoteric schools, movements, and currents in order to minimize the influence of pure awakened souls on modern society. And, unfortunately, many bright souls fell into the traps set by the dark forces, sincerely believing that they were developing spiritually themselves and helping others do the same. The consciousness of these people is no longer influenced by the mass media, but by newly minted gurus, the creators and leaders of such esoteric schools and even entire movements. In fact, it is not at all difficult to distinguish true spiritual knowledge from that which is aggressively imposed from the outside. To do this, you need to ask yourself just one question: how does my soul feel when communicating with the leaders of this association and its participants? Is it completely free and happy, or does it experience control and pressure from them? And as you already know, everything that suppresses the will of man is not divine, and therefore comes from the forces of darkness. Suppression of a person's will is one of the most common methods of influencing his consciousness, allowing him to manipulate his thoughts and emotions. Thus, a person who sincerely strives for the light and knows about the transition of the earth into the fifth dimension is led away from the true path by those for whom this transition represents a mortal danger. Why are many pure human souls unable to recognize such a substitution? And this happens because they have not yet learned to read the energy of other people, and sometimes even non-humans. They perceive only words correct, beautiful, spiritual, without feeling what is hidden behind them. That is why, my dears, it is so important to develop your subtle senses, which, unlike your mind, will never deceive you. Only they will help you perceive every person you meet on your way and any information without embellishment, in its pure, not veiled form. Only in this way will you understand who is really in front of you and where this or that information comes from the forces of light or darkness. That's where we'll stop today. The Father Absolute, who loves you immeasurably, spoke to you.